Good evening, everybody. It's our usual Thursday tutorial time at 6 p.m. I do hope you are all well. Do give me a thumbs up if you're present or if you're watching a bit later on, and pop me a note in the comments so I know you were present. And first in the house tonight is Trisha. Hello, Trisha. Now, Trisha, can you confirm you can see me and you can hear me okay? And next with us is Carrie. Hello, Trisha and Carrie. How are you both doing? And what have you been up to? Next, we've got Nikki. Hello, Nikki. So tonight's live is going to be doing some beadwork. And I'm pretty sure that all of you that are with us so far have done beadwork. But if you are new to it, beadwork is working with needle, a specialist size needle, and specialist thread, which has been done for centuries and obviously developed over time. And personally, one of my favorites to do. I absolutely love it. So Jan, hello. Jan can hear and see me well. Thank you both. So Carrie is knotting chocolate orange covers for Christmas. Do you know what? That just makes me want a chocolate orange now. Oh, I love chocolate orange. So nice. So very nice. What are you all up to? What have you all been making? So today was for me a catch up on sleep day because I had jewellery maker yesterday, which I always enjoy. But I have to be up at quarter past 4, get my makeup on, get everything ready, and then leave the house by 5:15 at the latest to get there in the studio for 7. So when I'm back, I normally go to bed for a couple of hours, but I didn't yesterday because I had a meeting. So today for me has been a slightly late start in the morning, a lie-in, and then a bike ride because that's my thing, and doing some designing because we've got photo shoots next week because Gemporia are sharing the love of their anniversary, their birthday anniversary with Jewellery Maker. So we've got model model our jewellery. So that's what I've been doing today. So what have you all been doing today? So Jan is beading a band for my hat. How gorgeous. Do make sure you share all of these in our beaders group as well, won't you? Nikki, I've just eaten a chocolate orange. Time out. Oh, hello, Kim. It's my real weakness. My real weakness is chocolate. If I stay away from it, I'm fine. But yeah, I'll just wait for a few more of you to join. And I think what I'm going to do is I think I am going to draw the August winner because I've just got this feeling that if I don't, I'm going to forget. Yes, do pop a picture up later. Hello, Kim. Kim, what have you been doing? Have you been up to anything? There's a bit of a change in the weather, but the next couple of days, including today, is quite nice, isn't it? What's la 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 la? Have you been singing, Kim? Right, I am going to draw the August winner for our Beaders of Beads by the Chill. So share screen. Hello, Maxine. Window. Oh, random picker. Word. Oh, Microsoft Edge. Window. Right, bear with. Right. Bear with. Oh, there we are. Oh, I'm with you. You couldn't hear about chocolate. Ah, now I get that. Totally get that. Hospital and then food shopping. Oh, hospital, not so good. Nikki support my son and grandson. My son got married in March, but he's now getting a divorce. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Nikki. That's so sad. La, so I couldn't hear about chocolate. Hello, Carol. Right, let's spinny badoozy that wheel, shall we? So these are all of the names that have posted in our Beaders of Beads by Rachel. So this will be for a £5 voucher. Well, £5 credit on your account. And the winner is Liz. So congratulations, Liz. That's Elizabeth War. Brilliant. Well done, Liz. I now need to see how I can stop sharing. Stop sharing. There we go. We're back again. So congratulations to you, Liz. You have £5 credit to put towards whatever you like in the group or on the website. Now, let's crack on, shall we? This is what we're making tonight. So I'm thinking there's lots of Crystal Rondelles. If you hop on over to our Beader site, I've got loads of deals on. So you can pick and mix from any of the photos, any of the 5x6 Crystal Rondelles. And the more you buy, the bigger the discount. So do make sure you take advantage of that because it won't be on all the time. But I've incorporated this in tonight's. And then next week, we are going to make the necklace. And you might think, well, actually, it's identical. It's not. Because what you need to get with the necklace is you need to get the curve. This is just straight both sides. Okay, right. Let's just go on the overhead, shall we? Right, where are we? Overhead. Okie dokie, let's get in a bit closer, but do have a chat together and do share ideas, talk about whatever you like. I'm just going to make sure you can see me okay. Right, there we go. First of all, we have got our lobster clasp. Use whatever you like. And then I've got these 4mm rounds. Now, usually we just use size 11s or size 10s. We're going to do something a bit different today. So we're going to add in or add on 2 4mm. I've put on 2 meters of thread just to say. We'll see what we've got left at the end. And then we're going to go through the clasp and add on another 2. I'm using Wildfire. I do have Nymo in the group thread. You can use whatever thread you like, Mayuki, Wildfire. You might even want to share between you. I only stock Nymo at the moment. Because to be honest, there's not enough. I don't really make any profit on it to sell it and stock it, and it's not cheap to stock up. Does that make sense? So, but I can get it all. Anyway, I've added on 4 to this side, to that side. This side's needle, I'm going to go up and round through those 2. This is going to be our reinforcing. And reinforcing is basically going back through the thread path and making it stronger. So it is Wildfire, isn't it? Yeah, Wildfire. It's my favourite. I've been really, really spoilt with Wildfire because Jewellery Maker do send it to me for my projects. And don't get me wrong, I think Nymo's a great all-rounder, but you're best off to wax it, really. Right, before we actually attach this to our mat, we're just going to tie a double knot. So 1 overhand knot. And 2. So what I'll do is I'll just carry on and then I'll come back to your comments, okay? But do keep chatting between you. And that's what we're all about, isn't it? We're a community to support everybody. This is just one of the things that you'll probably recognise if you buy bead strands from me, is I am just going to attach that into my beading mat. So if any of you got these from your bead strands, this is what you can do. Actually, oh, don't want that to go. Sorry, folks. Right, I should need another one of those after. Okay, let's pop this here. So we've got our 4 to begin with. I've gone wrong already, so that was a good start, wasn't it? Anyway. Oh, focus, Rachel, focus. Let's stick with, oh, right, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back up through these, so I've got one thread either side. Do you know, I seem to be going through an absolute spate of getting demos wrong this week. But that's okay, isn't it? We all make mistakes. We do. If I hadn't actually put a knot in it, I'd actually undo it and start again. That's fine. That's fine and dandy. I'm going to do this one as well. I want them coming out of... I know I knotted it, Kim. I am going for plan B. And this is it. At least I can show you how to correct it. And who wants perfect? Well, certainly it's not me. Right. Just going off camera a second. Back in a mo. Right, here we go. So let me show you how it should be done. 2, 2, and then you cross your rondelle. Not how I've done it. What a rubbish start. Anyway, right, so what we're going to do, crystal rondelle, and we're going to cross those needles. And pop it up the top, like so. And let's just attach that to the mat. So I've calculated that we need 40 of these round beads and 18 in of each of the colour rondelles. So then we're going to have one of these either side, like so. So 1, 2, cross over, 1, 2. And then we're going to add a 4mm on each, or you could put it on one needle, like so, and pass one through the other. There's a lot of different options you can do, and I'll show you them as we're going. So cross those needles. What I like about the wildfire is it gives you a really nice neat tension at the start as well. So with this pattern, you'll be able to see literally the pattern as we go along. So I've crossed one at the top, one either side, cross in the middle, and then you're going to just repeat that same process, but this time upside down. So 1 crystal either end, like so, and then a crystal that we cross over. So this is the other way you could do it, is you could add your rondelle, and then with the other side just go straight across. It's entirely up to you. Just do whatever feels comfortable to you. All right, so quite pretty so far, isn't it? And then what we're going to do next is we're going to do 2 of our 4mm each side. So pick up this needle, add to that side, and add to this side. So we'll do a couple of combinations and then I'll stop. We'll have a quick chat and then we'll go back and do a little bit more. And then we're going to start with our colour too. So I'm going to go for a really beautiful ambery warm gold, very autumnal, which I think really works with the gold. And then we're going to cross paths for the top one. Take it steady so that you can get your tension nice and tight as well. And then one rondelle either side. Now, if you've not come across rondelles, you could get them from Czechoslovakia, you can get them from China, you know, they sell them and create them all over the world. And there's lots of different finishes on them. So the one on the amber is literally just a plain glass finish, and there's lots of facet cuts on there as well, which is basically why you've got that beautiful elevation of light in them. If you look at the green one, this has got something like that we call an aurora borealis coat, or sometimes it's called a pearlized coat as well. So you can see there's like a luster that's created on there. So there's quite a few different sorts of finish, and it's called aurora borealis because it's meant to remind you of the literally of just that, the aurora borealis. So we're going to cross that over and you share that in the middle. So we're just repeating what we had up the top here, and then the next little bit we're here is going to be one either side. What I'd say probably the easiest way of doing this is, I would say, go onto YouTube when you're ready. You can zoom in on YouTube. It's brilliant. Pause it, zoom in, and you can have a good look. I would do it as you go, and then you can just find your feet and get yourself a rhythm, because it's all repeated all the way round, all the way. So we're going to have 2 of these each side. But what I love about this pattern is literally no seed beads. There's no reason why you can't have seed beads. Now, we've done quite a lot of late with rondelles, but we've got all of these beautiful beads. So I thought, well, I need really to show you different patterns for the rondelles. Now, I love this. I love that combo. So let me know how you're finding it so far. Let's just come off the overhead and just have a quick look at your comments. So Nikki's saying she's thinking of going back to work. It's just an hour a day from home. I think sometimes it's really nice for a change, even if it's not for a very long time, isn't it, Nikki? Especially if you've got a lot going on in your home life as well. That probably is a little bit of time for you as well, isn't it? Trisha says she is making a macrame plant pot holder for her granddaughter. What poundage is that? So look forward to seeing the macrame plant pot holder. Never done anything like that. So this is wildfire. It says grey, but it can't be grey. It looks white. Mine is 0.06 inch, 0.006 of an inch, or 0.15 millimeter is the one I've got. Oh, money is fantastic too. Well, that all helps, doesn't it? Kim, I know, I noted it. Hi, Betsy. Lovely to have you join. Can't stay long. Don't worry. You can always watch it on catch up. What should we have done to start? Jan says. Did you see what you should have done? But the way I've showed you is absolutely fine. As long as you're coming out of a 4 mil either side, and then you can cross over with the rondelle. Oh, Nikki's cat's just getting over cat flu. Oh, rondelles are so pretty. They really are. So all good. So far, so good. Right, let's continue. Let's go back on the overhead and carry on. But what are your thoughts? Is this something that you think, yeah, I'm going to give that a go? And are you the sort, would you be able to go straight into it? Or are you the sort that would go and pause it along the way? Right. Now, what I want to do now is actually start the green. So let's take that off. I dare say it doesn't really matter what pattern you do. And this is where it comes into play, that sometimes it's a little bit tricky when you're talking and you're making and you're reading at the same time. Right, so just pull that nice and tight. I love these colour combos. All of these beads that I'm using are available in the group thread. Oh, excellent. Jan's already ordered the beads from me. Perfect. I will send people an update very soon as well. Earning something new, I pause and do a bit and so on. Learning something new, I think Kim meant, because we were talking about earning. So Kim pauses it and so on. Yeah, that's how I learn as well. And quite often what I find useful is I'll have a notebook and I'll actually draw the sequences as well. I find that quite useful. So Nikki's going to give it a go. She's got lots of rondelles. Kim, yes, I know you meant that, Kim. What colours have you got in mind as well? Is there some colour combos as we're going into autumn? Does your winter, well, it's not winter, is it? But does your autumn wardrobe change in terms of colour? I think mine does, because I'm very bright pink and purples, but then I'm quite bright again, aren't I? I do love bright colours, but I don't feel I can always get away with such bright colours in the autumn. Right, so we've got our long bit, the twos. Okay, so let's just take stock. So we've got one group of 6 there, one group of 6 there, one group of 6 there. So we're ready now to bring our amber coloured rondelles in. And what are your favourite finish as well? Or does it really depend on your mood, what you're looking for? For example, do you like the less vibrant ones? Do you prefer more of a matte finish, a clear finish, or are you a bit of a bling girl? Hello, Sharon. Sharon said, can we put a single bead in the middle of the flower instead of 2 and 4? Yeah, good idea. I think you could do that. See, I think that's what's wonderful, is the fact that when we bounce ideas, when I look at that, Sharon, I think, yeah, why didn't I think of that? Brilliant. It's very simple, but good shout. You could put maybe a gemstone in the middle if you wanted to. You could put a round bead in there. I'd say play around with it and see what works for you. Kim said mine does. Her colour changes. She's more neutral now, but a splash of colour in a scarf. I always wear a scarf now. Kim, I love scarves, but because of my hormone hots, can't wear them because I'm actually literally on fire and I've got an absolute wardrobe full of them. But sadly, I love them, but I can't wear them. Anybody else like that? My menopause has been lasting for years, honestly. Even on HRT. It's maybe a little bit too much information, but you know, something we should talk about, isn't it? Have I got 2 beads on that? No, just the one. Nikki has just discovered 2 stockings of Native American silver and turquoise antique jewellery. How beautiful. So Jan, you were wondering about the middle beads, were you? Whether or not you could do that? Going back to the Native American silver jewellery, I was so spoiled. I had proper turquoise for my kits on Jewellery Maker yesterday. Really nice. Nikki says her clothes look like an explosion in a paint factory regardless of season, and she loves hats. Are you a bit of a Prue Leaf then? Is it Prue Leaf? Leaf? Because she absolutely loves her colour, doesn't she? When you think of colour in clothes, it always makes me think of her with her glasses, her jewellery, everything. I think that's wonderful. Kim says, I'm over my hormone flushes, so back to normal. My menopause lasted 10 to 12 years. Oh gosh, Kim, I think mine has been lasting forever. Marianne, hello, Marianne. Marianne is with us from YouTube, from over the pond. Where is your over the pond, Marianne? Would like to know. Where are you from? Are you new to beading? How did you find us? Welcome to the group. It's really lovely to have you join us. Nikki and Kim loves hats too. I do. I love an excuse to wear a hat in winter. She's from Massachusetts. How wonderful. And are you basking in sun in Massachusetts? What's the weather like there? It's kind of okay for us here now, actually. We're going into autumn, but we've still, in most places, got some quite mild weather at the moment. Hello, Monique. ATL, Atlanta? Do let me know. Let us know where you're from. Lovely to have you join us. And where did you find us? Did we just pop up on the YouTube feed just to say that we'd gone live? So we do have a Facebook group, and I do have a website as well. I still ship to America. We've kind of sorted out all of the American tariffs now this end. And you can still buy from the Facebook group as well. Right, so we're going along quite nicely here. As you can see, it's super quick. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Don't know why, but this kind of seems a bit shorter than the other one, but I could be wrong. Oh, really, Nikki? You need to try pinching your Achilles tendon for 30 seconds. It will stop the hot flushes. Is that because it hurts so much? Oh, I'll try anything. Monique, let me just put the comments up in the group as well so that you can all see them, because you can't see comments from YouTube. So Monique says she's from Atlanta. She's a subscriber and saw the live popped up. Oh, how lovely. So I'm guessing Atlanta, what is that, about 5 or 6 hours? You're behind us, aren't you, in time? Marianne is not new to beading. Found you on YouTube. It's beautiful here and about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, how wonderful. How absolutely wonderful. And I think as well, I mean, are you in sort of a hub of beading world there? That's not right. But it just shows you can do the middle one. So do you have a very big community, Monique and Marianne, and shops? Do you have beading shops where you are? Oh, that's nice. So Marianne just subscribed to me, and actually popped up a month ago and forgot to subscribe. Oh, she just subscribed, and was hoping to find me again. I thought I'd seen you join us for one of the lives before. So, well, thank you for joining. It's lovely. Really lovely. Well, we're nearly at the end of this, actually. We've been having a good old chat about everything. Do let us know what you're up to. What sort of beading do you like to do? What sort of jewellery making do you like? Nikki's just saying that the tip she was given is one of the points for like acupressure. Interesting. I find all of that really fascinating. Monique is beading is a hobby and she's not in a group. I think probably much like many of the people that are here in the live, watching in the live is very similar. And even though we're not a group that meets, we are a collective group. And it's a very friendly group, but we're all over the place. Right, okay, so yeah, that is the same size. So let's just zoom out a little bit. So as you can see, it's really pretty easy. I really love that colour combo. So what we'll do is I'll show you how to end the bracelet. Let's just go in a wee bit closer as well. So obviously I've known quite a few of you for a little while now. I would love to know what your favourite jewellery medium is, or what's your favourite jewellery thing to make right now. Or is it not jewellery? Maybe it's some other crafts as well. And what keeps you going over the winter months? Is it sort of having the lives and giving you a little bit of inspiration? Right, so the last bit is 2 on each side. 1, 2. Go through your extender clasp or your other side. I will have another look at your comments in a second. I haven't forgotten you. Go through 2, the other side, and then go through the other side of the crystal rondelle. What I love about the rondelles is the fact that they're pretty inexpensive and they create such a wonderful look. And you'll find that a lot of your high streets fashion and costume jewelers do a lot of crystal rondelles or even rondelle plastic beads that you still pay an absolute arm and a leg for. Right, so that's how we finish. And I'm just going to go back round, just show you how to tie off. This is what I love about the wildfire, is the fact that because it's a bit stiffer, it helps with the tension. But one thing I will say is that I have found that with things like creating movement, like for example in a lariat or something like that, that's when the Nymo thread or your softer Mayuki comes into play, because nothing really quite drapes in the same way as that. So I've just tied a knot, and then you just take one way and one the other, and you can even reinforce the whole bracelet if you want to. But to tie off, you want to tie off in at least 2 to 3 places, form a loop. Before you pull the loop, create a knot. Now, I found with this bracelet, I actually quite liked going up quite a lot of the bracelet just to reinforce. And then just go round and tie off a knot. Okay. Let's do a bit of tying off on this one as well. Now, how many of you use scissors to cut? How many of you use the good old thread zapper? Now, if you haven't come across a thread zapper, it is basically a little tool that has a tip, a detachable tip that you can replace, that heats up and it cuts your thread for you. Yeah, I do really, really like that. So I'm going to reinforce it because I've got loads of time. It just helps to make it that little bit more stable. Right, where's the other one? There we go. But like I say, do make sure that you tie off in at least 2 to 3 different places, and wherever you're going to cut, always make sure you don't cut right next to a knot. So let's just have a look at your comments. Marianne says, mostly purchased through online. I do metalwork and stringing. How lovely. So do you work with like a particular metal that you've got your preference to? Or does it really depend on what's available to you at the time? Monique loves peyote. I think you'll have a lot of people agreeing with you in the group as well. Kim, bead embroidery and the spiral I use for the necklace. You know that's one of my favourites, the bead embroidery. Christmas, oh, it's coming soon, isn't it? 98 days, I think. Jan loves using wire and bead embroidery and beading. So Marianne says it's a hobby. She still works full time and hopefully more in retirement in a few years. As when you get to retirement and then everybody finds that how did they actually fit everything into their day? Kim hibernates in the winter. I think a lot of people do, don't they? Beautiful pieces you're working on. Thank you. I shall cut these little ends off in a minute. Thread zapper for Jan, zapper for Nikki, mixture of scissors and zapper for Sharon. Kim, depends on the piece, whether it's scissors or zapper. Me too, Kim, because there's so many times I've actually burnt into the project that I'm doing, and you just come to the end of it as well, and I just think, I've cut into the thread, or zapped the thread, I should say. What's the difference between fireline and tiger tail? Very good question. Now, tiger tail, Sharon, is a very good all-round and very stiff general beading wire, not to be confused with wire for wire work, but that's your general stringing. And it comprises of lots of normally copper coated wires that are basically become one, so it makes it quite thick. So that is literally your bead stringing. You wouldn't be able to sew with it like this because it's very rigid, whereas your wildfire, which is what I'm using, is like a very thick thread. It's a bonded thread, and why it's my favorite is because it doesn't fray. I love the fact that it doesn't fray, and it gives me confidence to know that it's really sturdy. So where's my thread zapper? This is your thread zapper. Okay, that comes off. These are replacements. It's battery operated, and you just press the little button there, but you have to be careful that you don't whip off the rest of your thread. Right, let's do that one. Okie dokie. Right now, Marianne is working with tins. I love copper, but I also have worked with sterling silver. How interesting. I did silversmithing for about 3 years. I used to go to Bristol every Monday to do it, and I loved it. Got all the kit, but I can't get in the shed. Yeah, hopefully one day. I can't get to my equipment. Marianne always wanted to know the difference. Oh, well, hopefully that has helped. So there we go. That's what we've made. So you've got this beautiful cascading crystal pattern. I love the fact that what does pop out, doesn't it, is the greens. It's almost like it doesn't look like the same pattern with the amber bits, does it? Even though it is. But I love that little bit of pop of colour. So you've got those little floral effects. And as you can see, you get different effects with the different beads. So this one is your grey with an Aurora Borealis coat on it. These are like a cranberry colour. And you can get a mixed pot of these. I think it's 100 for 140. Because I couldn't bother to sort them all out into colours, I'm sorry. So let's come off the overhead. So I do hope that you enjoyed that. So let's actually show you up close. It actually matches with my outfit, which I have to confess was intentional. And so literally you've got 44mm round beads, you've got 18 of each colour rondelles, and I've used 5x6mm. However, this pattern is compatible with your smaller crystal rondelle sizes or your bigger ones, but you may find that you need to adapt and change the pattern slightly in the middle. So our next project next week, so make sure you stay tuned, is going to be to make the necklace. Now, it did take a bit of experimenting, because when you do a necklace, you always want your necklace to create the curve, don't you? You don't want it flat, because otherwise it'd just be a choker. I don't know about you, chokers are not my thing. Can't stand the restriction. So it took a little bit of tweaking to get the smaller part in the middle, bigger part on the outside. Same pattern, but slight variation on that. The other thing is, think about experimenting with different size beads. Try rounds if you want to. I haven't tried them. Try whatever you like. Try them with seed beads. Try them with different shape beads. Do them all the same colour. Do them multicolour. If you're like Nikki and you love your burst of colour, then try lots of different colours as well. Jan says, loved it. Thank you. Kim, I'm on that wavelength as you. I'd have to work out which chin to wear the choker on. Me too, Kim. I really don't want to enhance my chins with a choker necklace. For those of you that got a very elegant thin neck, adorn it with a choker by all means. Maxine says, thank you, Rachel, a lovely tutorial. So yeah, do make sure you join us. Before you go, just say congratulations to Liz. She's won our giveaway for this month. So anybody that's not part of our Beaders group, it's Beaders of Beads by the Chill on Facebook. We share our makes, we share our chat, and I do a little giveaway each month. So this is my website. So you can buy internationally on there as well. And so beadsbythechill.co.uk. And when you land on the page, you can subscribe to my newsletter as well. So I do try and keep you as up to date as I can. This is the Facebook group. Now, our lovely Betsy who's based in the US. She does buy from me regularly. I've also got a lady that buys from me from Australia. So no problem. If you want to reserve anything from my Facebook group, you just comment on there. And then what I do is I bundle it all up and give you the best price that I can, dependent on whether or not you want standard, blah, 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 that sort of thing. So those, if you haven't joined it, please come and join. I think that's everything. Yes, we've got our Beaders meet up next month. We're getting ready. Looking forward to seeing you, Jan. Anyway, I've babbled on. I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and I will see you next Thursday. Take care. Bye for now.